Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Lewandowski. That's a shade optimistic. And he's intervened well there. Rijkaard. Van Basten. Looking to play him in. Great work on the overlap. Well, that has not gone well. Kaká. Played out to the right. Now it's Kaká. Lewandowski. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Kaká. And it's Van Basten.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Portugal have got it back and they'll have another go. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Kante gets over and intercepts. Van Basten, and he's picked out the run. That's a good ball. Has a look and plays it forward. Well, he's hit it long, but astray.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
And it's Kaká. Kaká really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Now it's Lewandowski. Nicely shaped ball. Dink through. And this is Lewandowski. Good challenge. Excellent challenge. Lewandowski was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Face to face with the... Takes a shot! That's really well cleared. Fired deep towards the back post. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tries to pass it through. Bayer claims comfortably. Oh, they can break here. That is ended up in no man's land. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Kaká. And that's put paid to a promising move. He's got away. He's having a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Now this could be a chance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Van Basten. Now Eder Militao. Over to the other side. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Portugal finding their passes. Good read, needed to be. Rice. Lewandowski. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And he's there to belt it away. He's had it taken off him. Not the most accurate pass. Messi goes steaming forward. And he was quick to react. Bastoni.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Conte. Eder Militao. Nicely weighted ball. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, shooting chance! Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
Rice deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
This possibly the last play of the half. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. And this is Lewandowski. He's had a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And the first half is done. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. Here we go again, then.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Mignon clears. Van Basten has been caught there. It's a foul. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Lewandowski. Rijkaard. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Portugal disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Oh, nicely intercepted. Not the most convincing of passes. Musiala. And it's Nagatomo. And he cuts out the supply. That's an imaginative pass. Bastoni makes the interception.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Out to the right. Now it's Dembele. And no, that was never going to make it. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that. Ah, he's given it away! And this is Lewandowski. And he's straight offside. Rijkaard. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Eder Militao. Passing nice and neat. Bumps him off. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 41, el dorsal 15, Granit Xhaka, el dorsal 11, Messi, el dorsal
Mignon
20,
sends that a long way.
el dorsal 9. Serán sustituidos por
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0.
Neymar,
Timber
el dorsal 19,
played out wide,
el dorsal 8.
back into the middle. He's being urged to shoot. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Nice looking ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Portugal do have a chance to counter here. And it's Nagatomo. Portugal perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And he's managed to get free. It's roll! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Conte. Goes looking wide. Nagatomo.
Portugal appear determined to play through the middle again, and guess what? It's the same result.
And this is Ronaldo. Bastoni. And now the breakaway. And he's had it nicked away. And it's Nagatomo. Alexander-Arnold does really well to win the ball there.
Pretty robust defending. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Plays a sharp little ball here.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though. Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's been... Mbappe! And yes, it's there! Finally the breakthrough.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So we have our breakthrough.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And he's forced to go back. Portugal looking to pass their way through.
Portugal really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Timber. No, again there's no way through. Now it's Mbappe. It's played through for him. Fofana promptly onto that, and and the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Fikayo Tomori has a rare reputation of being one of the few English footballers to succeed particularly well in Italy, and his very front-footed approach to defending has been very impressive. He's very fast for a defender, and that pace allows him to both engage opponents early, while at the same time he can do a lot of covering and recovering, so being able to deal with raw pace is a huge asset these days.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Kaká. Now here's the delivery. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Deftly away. Played out to the right. Well read, nice interception. Nicely aimed pass. And it's Nagatomo. Tries to pass it through. Chooses to go back. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Eder Militao. And it's Azar. Portugal looking to pass their way through. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Nagatomo. Portugal are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Pass somewhat off target. Rijkaard. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now that looks a decent ball. No, it's come to nothing. Eder Militao. Oh no, what has happened here? Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cristiano Ronaldo. Eintracht Frankfurt look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Van Basten. Van Basten! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Portugal with the corner, they're first. Turns and goes back. Great chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Goes looking wide. Romero. And it's Azar. And this is Van Chance! Goal! Portugal! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Van Basten demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Portugal have fired themselves in front.
Listen,
and the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Can he get it through? Kaká. Van Dijk cuts out the pass.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Doku, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kaka. And it's Van Basten. He shifted it to the flank. Now, can they get him away? Takes a shot! It's bounced back off the post. Distributed tidily. And here's Mbappe. Azar. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Rafael Leao. Great on the finish! That is decidedly lacking.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Passing nice and neat. Little pass back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
And it's made its way to him. Nagatomo. Incoming delivery.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
No way through, so back it comes. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Portugal happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And we're off again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And they're on him in a flash. Yep, it's a corner. It's their second corner of the game. He's tried one! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 3 coming up. And this is Ronaldo, and it's pulled back. And that has been cleared. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Eintracht Frankfurt have the chance to go the other way. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Kaka. Nagatomo made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. He's picked his way through. Doku. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Fernandez promptly onto that, and that is that. Nagatomo. Ball played for Rijkaard. Fernandez gets across to intercept that.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Shapes to shoot! He's scored! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball.
Decent chance! Oh, that pass isn't the best. Van Basten. Hazard. Eder Militao. Now it's Rafael Leao. And that's another good win of the ball. Kaka. And it's Nagatomo. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Mbappe. Rijkaard. Conte. And it's Van Basten. Now it's Rafael Leao. Just about up to 75 minutes. Fernandez. Ricci. And Tomori. Some really good ball movement. Azar. Eder Militao. Now it's Van Basten. And the shot, it's Cristiano Ronaldo! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Azar. Rafael Leao. Now Mbappe. Mbappe! He's on it, and he shoots! It's run, and the keeper couldn't hold it. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, he certainly reacted quicker than anyone else, Peter. He just couldn't keep his composure in the end.
And here's Rafael Leao.
Rafael Leao really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Portugal have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Portugal finding their passes. Great vision.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Kosunu is there and he can get that clear. It'll be a throw-in.
Substitution in progress.
Oh, it's played into the area. Tomori gets it away. And he cuts out the supply. Portugal clearly now in lead preservation mode.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Doku gets into some space. And it's Fernandez. He's having a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Now it's Fernandez. Rafael Leao! No, he couldn't get hold of it.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And the shot! And with that, the final whistle. Portugal can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactics. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
The Dutch have a great heritage of producing some of the most talented strikers, and this one has it all.
The one and only Marco van Basten.
A scorer of outrageous goals.
Have you played against him, Jim?
No, maybe just as well.
Rijkaard. And here's Mbappe. He could be in here. Oh, right place, right time. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Nedved applies the finish! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Eder Militao. For Musiala. Rijkaard. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Back into the middle. Brilliantly cut out. He came in hard, very hard. Van Dijk plays it long. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Van Basten running with the ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nedved. Nedved going face-to-face with his great rival. Plays a sharp little ball here. Van Basten. He's onside. Bullish header! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
In with the challenge. Nedved going full steam ahead down the left flank. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Still goalless. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Van Basten. Adams makes the interception. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Hakimi.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Conte. Van Basten. Referee has just said play on. Rijkaard. That's a lovely, neat pass. And here's Van Basten! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Hakimi. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And here's Van Basten. And it's Conte. Kante unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Conte. Nedved. Short changes him with that pass. And it's Hakimi. And here it's Van Basten! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Van Basten showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And this is Ronaldo. And there's the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And the second half gets underway.
Portugal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Brazil couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Defending was strong and firm. And the counter is on. Nedved. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And this is Ronaldo, looking to play him in. Oh, well played. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Kaká, Musiala, and it's Musiala, played out towards the right wing. Rijkaard.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And he's going to have his name taken. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. A probing pass. Long ball upfield. Oh, nicely intercepted. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
He's having a... Cristiano Ronaldo! That is delicious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
That's a little off target. Now it's Musiala. Kaká. Well, that has not gone well.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 42. Sai e vai entrar para o seu lugar com o número 8. Park Ji-sung.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. And it's Van Basten. Kaka. And here's Van Basten. An uncompromising challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. It's a good spell of possession, this. Eder Militao could try cutting inside here. Portugal perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And this is Nedved. Shoots! Goal! Brazil! And they've got their lead back. So smooth. A signature finish.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Brazil get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence.
Van Basten! So close to drawing level.
Van Basten really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 10.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Now that's well seen too.
Número 4.
And that is a little undercooked. Park Ji-sung. Oh, perfectly measured that. And this is Van Basten.
Portugal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And it's Azar. Pele! It's Pele! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And here's Torres. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Van Basten. Timber. Park Ji-sung. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. For Conte. The ball's gone astray. Hazard. Van Basten. And they can counter here. Looking for the run. Floated through. Pele! Against the crossbar. Hazard. And that will be the final act. Portugal perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then. Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter, absolutely rapid.
I suppose if there was such a thing as a model Brazilian fullback, he'd be pretty close to it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you don't win all those honours at club and international level without doing something right.
Musiala, pass somewhat off target. And there's green grass ahead of him. Shot a goal! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So, a breakthrough already. Eder Militao does really well to win the ball there. Musiala! It's anyone's ball now. Early ball out from the back. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Musiala. Nice interception, well timed. Couldn't squeeze it through. Change of plan here, perhaps. Passing is crisp and sharp. Crisp. Big chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And that has been knocked clear. Kaká. And now they can spring out of defence. Beckham. Well read, nice interception. Musiala. Quarter of an hour played. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Magnificent! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Portugal grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
It's their second corner of the game.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Turns back here, probably the best option. Now who's going to be first to this? Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Aimed beyond the defence. Saliba. And it's Rijkaard. Looking to play him in. And it's been played through. And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Musiala. Hakimi. Referee's given a throw. Messi. Darren Fletcher. And it's Batistuta. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Played out to the left flank. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, good spread. Tries to pass it through. Foot in. Serginho did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And that's really well manoeuvred. Rijkaard. Now it's Van Basten. Kaká. Oh, that's fabulous. Azar. Darren Fletcher. Oh, nicely intercepted. Van Basten. And this is Ronaldo. And he's found a way past. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. The ball has bounced loose now. Nagatomo. Bastoni. Musiala. Well, that has not gone well. It's a good run down the right. And he was quick to react. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Portugal will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And the game has already resumed here.
Portugal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Musiala. Oh, they could break here. That's a pretty loose pass. And he's picked out the run. Messi. Beckham. Darren Fletcher. And the return pass. And Azar. And it's Beckham. Back towards the middle. Passing nice and neat. Rijkaard. Musiala. Tries to play it through. Rodri. Eder Militao. Serginho. And it's Fletcher. Darren Fletcher. Fletcher. And it's Azar. Serginho picks it up out wide. Now it's Villa. David Villa! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Now this could be a chance. And he's there to belt it away. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, perfectly measured that. Darren Fletcher. Hazard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. This looks promising. Hazard. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rijkaard. Portugal looking to pass their way through. Darren Fletcher. Now it's Villa. Now it's Messi. Look at the shapes to shoot! Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Fletcher! The crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Portugal perhaps contemplating their next change here. Lovely pass, but... Oh, shooting chance! And that would have been game, set and match.
Villa has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
He's in plenty of space. Real chance! Now, oh, he's been caught on it here. Corner number 3 coming up.
Portugal really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Nagatomo is there, and he can pick it up. Messi. Beckham. Serginho. Mbappe. Portugal are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
It is a corner. Bastoni with the clearance. Mbappe! Now, can they get him away? Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Van Basten. Threads one in. And there's green grass ahead of him. It's Van Basten! It's in! Tying minutes, and we're all square again. Gorgeous, just to have the audacity to do it.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And the finish! And that has left him in a heap. David Villa. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Adams gets across to intercept that. Beckham. And the referee brings it to a close. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. It is sizzling beautifully here, and of course, as always, it is overlooked by the grand murals of the great man who lends this venue his name. We are always here in the presence of true magnificence. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to read the game. The most expensive 17...
It's Van Basten! Now, who's going to be first to this? Kimmich. Bellingham. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Van Basten. And Cristiano Ronaldo! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And so we have the first set piece of the game. Cristiano Ronaldo! Ronaldo! Superb!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Couldn't squeeze it through. Bellingham. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. And it's Szoboszlai. Di Maria. Threads one in. Oh, what has happened here? Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Barcelona looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
And we have our very first corner. Szoboszlai with the short one. Engages and forces him off the ball. And a chance! That's a half-decent try. It's their second corner of the game. Szoboszlai plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Rijkaard. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. He's picked his way through. Bayer deals with that nice and simple. Showing great feet there. He's got away. Now the ball in. Rodri. And it's lofted through here. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Szoboszlai goes short. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Well, that has not gone well. Cleared without complication. We've got a throw in. Tries to pass it through. Cristiano Ronaldo. Casemiro. Di Maria. Nuno Mendes. And it's Bellingham. It's Kimmich. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Kimmich. Now that looks a decent ball. Nagatomo gets a foot in here.
Portugal can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
And the shot! Really well taken goal. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And that's it. That was always inevitable.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Corner number 4 coming up here. They've played it short. They're up to 5 corners now. And it's been taken short. Dybala with the... Bellingham! Decent enough try.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Szoboszlai. And it's Di Maria. Kimmich. It's a searching pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Van Basten. Looking for a runner. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Deftly away. Dybala. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 4, Bellingham. Coming on to replace him is number 5.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Kaká. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. No, he's not getting his way this time. And this is Van Basten. Nagatomo. And it's Rijkaard. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Now it's Kaká. Timber. Tries the cross. Out of play for a goal kick. Nicely shaped ball. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. No, that's been intercepted. Rijkaard. And it's Kaká. Can he get on the end of this? Nuno Mendes. And Casemiro. Now it's Weghorst. Dybala. Played out to the left flank. Nicely weighted ball. Nuno Mendes with the cross. Rodri getting this one clear. And he's picked it up out wide. In again. Park Ji-sung. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Van Basten. And here's the chance to counter. He's in plenty of space here. And he's managed to get free. That is great defending, so alert. Gabriel gets it clear. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Di Maria. Dybala is in a really good position out wide. He gets big! Off the post! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee. Casemiro picks it up from the goal kick. Rodri, Van Basten, Rijkaard, Nagatomo, and this is Ronaldo. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Weghorst. Timber gets over and intercepts. Kaká. Van Basten. Portugal finding their passes. Kimmich with the slide tackle there. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, that was vital. Van Basten.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Dybala. Now it's Di Maria. Great vision.
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort.
Another chance from a corner.
Substitution in progress.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Szoboszlai plays it short. Diaby receives it in a... climbs up big! Oh, off the bar! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Portugal are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so.
Substitutions taking place.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Can he get it through? He can run onto that.
He'll be disappointed with that. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Weghorst. And that has been slung wide. Pings in across. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it. Goes for the shot! Goal! Portugal! Into the lead once more. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Barcelona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Oh no, this does not look good. Eder Militao, very much into the last knockings. Van Basten opts for safety. Weghorst tries a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Desperate defending required here. Kimmich goes short. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Real chance! And he's following up! And that has been cleared. He's tried one! Oh, just wide.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Now it's Weghorst. Van der Ven.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. So that's it. It is all over. Portugal can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans.